Good evening, here to the point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. So here's what happened today was that the Prime Minister chaired a meeting with about 11 states, government officials from about 11 states and their corresponding chief ministers. Mamata Banerjee was one of them. After the meeting, Mamata Banerjee held a press conference and she said that today she felt humiliated. Why? Because she said the Prime Minister did not speak to the chief ministers, they just sat there like puppets. Is this a grudge match which is playing at the back of the elections in West Bengal? Or is there more to it? Because she wasn't just the only one. Remember a few days ago, Hemant Soren, Jharkhand CM, said the same. This is how it all panned out.
Elections over, but the grudge match persists. It's Mamata versus Modi all over again. The latest flashpoint, pandemic politics. The venue was a virtual meet over handling the COVID crisis. Prime Minister Modi held an interaction with the district magistrates and field officials of 10 states: Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Kerala, Maharashtra, Odisha, Puducherry, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh. The chief ministers of the respective states were also present. Addressing the media after attending the meeting, Mamata Banerjee slammed the Prime Minister, saying she was humiliated that after inviting the chief ministers, the PM did not speak to them.
We, the chief ministers, are feeling insulted and humiliated. And we are astonished to see that Prime Minister called a meeting and invited the chief ministers. And all the chief ministers were sitting just like puppet. Nobody is allowed to speak. Then how do we speak about the public demand?
Speaking in defense of the Prime Minister, Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad hit out at Mamata, accusing her of derailing the entire fight against COVID. Prasad denied these charges of DMs of only BJP-ruled states being allowed to speak. In fact, the Union Minister claimed that Mamata herself did not allow a DM from North's 24 Parganas to speak.
Today was a meeting of few states including Bengal, and Srimati Mamata Banerjee sought to interrupt that meeting. This behavior is shameful, is condemnable, and least expected from the Chief Minister of a big state.
Mamata versus Modi is a festering feud, with wounds still fresh from the recent elections. However, Mamata has not been the only CM of a state that has spoken out. Recently, Hemant Soren, Jharkhand Chief Minister, after attending a similar meeting, had said that the Prime Minister was only interested in Man Ki Baat, not Kaam Ki Baat. While the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, who also was at the meet, has said nothing till now, Mamata has followed up her attack with the demand with the immediate vaccination of central government employees in the state of West Bengal. Bureau Report, India Today.
So that's the question, viewers. Did Mamata Banerjee take it too far? Because Uddhav Thackeray was there at the meeting as well. He hasn't complained at all. Well, let's take it from here. We have Riju Datta from the TMC. We are going to be joined in a short while by Tuhin Sinha from the Bharatiya Janata Party. All right, we also have Tuhin Sinha right now. Riju Datta, I want to come to you. What was the reason behind Mamata Banerjee holding that press conference and saying she was humiliated today?
Preeti, I have got some very pointed questions today. First of all, the Honorable Prime Minister calls for a meeting of district magistrates. If you are not allowing the CMs to speak, why do you invite the CMs in the first place? You should have only invited the district magistrates, number one. Number two, this is not the time for micro-federalism. This is not the time for, patting DMs on the back or giving motivational speeches. It's a national problem. Everything is out in the open. There are no secrets. There are thousands of fires burning every day, dead bodies lying on the banks of River Ganges. Big questions need to be answered. First, vaccine shortage. Second, oxygen crisis. Third, no remdesivir. Fourth, the new thing, which is the black fungus. And when you are called for the DMs, in West Bengal, there are more than 20 districts. Our DM was invited. He can give you a micro report on his district. But he reports to the CM, and if the Prime Minister would have had the courtesy to talk to the CM, then the CM could have given the entire picture of the state. The CM could have said, this is what we need, this is the problems we are facing. Why call chief ministers, make them mute spectators, make them look like puppets, humiliate them, and try to give, praise, some small baseless praises on the district magistrates? It is not the
Riju,
time
before I go to Tuhin Sinha,
Yes.
Mr. Datta, before I...
Yes.
Okay. Before I go to Tuhin Sinha, I want to ask you a question, sir. Number one, did the Chief Minister of West Bengal today bar the DM of North Chobis Paraganas to say something? Did she stop him from talking? And secondly, sir, what is so wrong? If DM is speaking to the Prime Minister, he's the one, he's boots on ground.
Okay, now I'll answer both your questions. The district magistrates of every district reports to the chief minister. It is not the time for microfederalism. The chief minister could have given a much better picture of the entire state. And if the prime minister chooses to go right down to the grassroots level, like you said, the people on the ground, then I think what he should do is he should send his representatives to the director and the medical superintendents of every government and private hospitals, and I think he will get a much better picture. And he should send also his representatives to the waiting rooms of these hospitals to get the best picture possible from the patients there and the patients' families. And lastly, I only want to say before you go to him that it is not the time to put makeup on your tarnished image. It's the time to face the hard facts and answer the straightforward questions which every citizen of this country wants to know about vaccine, oxygen, remdesivir and black fungus.
Tuhin Sinha, you call the chief ministers, why not speak to them? Are they just being called, to sit there as puppets, is what Mamata Banerjee said today.
Preeti, this is not the first time when Mamata Banerjee, with her wayward notions of confrontational federalism and her obnoxiously exaggerated ego, has tried to jeopardize Bengal's fight against the COVID virus. Now, let me set certain things straight over here. Why was the meeting called with the DMs, 54 DMs across the country in the first place? Because as you yourself have been traveling across the country, while the overall COVID numbers are receding, the rural India still poses a significant threat in our fight against the COVID virus. So we are proceeding into a district-specific approach from here. We are demarcating an urban and a separate rural approach, for which the participation of these 54 district officials was necessary. And if you actually go into the records, 5 out of the 7 district officials who spoke today belong to non-BJP states. So why was Mamata Banerjee so desperate to speak today when she has been continuously bunking the CM meetings which have been taking place over the last 6 or 7 months? If Mamata Banerjee is really so concerned about, how things are in the district,
Tuhin Sinha, the question is then why invite her?
District magistrates? Sorry. Yeah. So if Mamata Banerjee
Tuhin
is really
Sinha, the question is why invite her?
No, that is to follow a certain decorum. If she had not been invited, she would have accused you of having this meeting with DMs without informing the CM. When the meetings were with CMs, she did not come. Now we are having these DM meetings with the presence of the respective CM so that, at least that basic decorum and that protocol is maintained, which obviously she does not understand because she believes in a certain idea of confrontational federalism, which has really resulted in all the problems which Bengal is seeing, whether it is violence or whether it is the increasing COVID numbers.
Okay, Tuhin Sinha, before I go back to Riju Jatta, the fact is, the question is you call the chief minister, yet you don't even ask them what the problems are. One would suggest if you've called the chief minister of a state, you would ask them in the end, eventually, that what is wrong? What is the problem with your state? How can the center help? Wouldn't you think it's normal protocol?
No, in that situation, she needs to first answer why was she not present in the CM's meeting in the last 6 months. Now, the agenda for these meetings was very clearly set. It was to evolve a certain ground level approach, a very localized approach vis-a-vis, a more macro approach which we had been following. And the reason, like I stated, is because, reporters like you are privy to the situation in the rural areas. It requires micromanagement, which unfortunately, Riju does not agree with. So what problem does she have? Was she feeling insecure? She can always pick up the call and speak to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has been calling the Jharkhand CM who, throws attitude on Twitter. What is wrong with these CMs? Arvind Kejriwal, instead of sprucing up Delhi's health infrastructure, wants to, take dig at Singapore. I think these people need to behave in a certain...
Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come to that. Okay, Tuhin Sinha, I'm going to come to that question later because it's not one, it's not two. There have been multiple chief ministers who at various times have voiced their concern that their voices go unheard in these meetings. And I will come back to that, but I want to bring in Riju. I will come to that question, sir. Let me get in the TMC. Let me get in the TMC spokesperson back into this conversation. Riju Datta, the fact is, who are the boots on ground? The boots on ground is the district magistrate. If the Prime Minister wants to build a direct connection with the boots on ground, what's wrong? It's motivating them, isn't it?
Again, I will reiterate my point, Preeti. Is this the time for microfederalism? Boots on ground, first you will have meetings with district magistrates now. Next what? Central government employees working in railway stations, airports and banks? Then what? Your karyakartas? All you need to know about the situation in this country is the Prime Minister should take a boat ride from UP to Bihar through the Ganges. He will understand the situation in the country. Again, I will say, this is not the time for motivational speeches and giving people pats on their back. We are way past that. We need to answer the serious questions, how to control. And this pandemic is not new, Preeti. We had the first wave. During that, how we managed the first wave? Thali bajao, Gana gao, Utsav manao, Diya jalao, and that infamous chartbuster, Go Corona Go, and our Honorable Prime Minister saying in January that we have defeated Corona, and in 17th April, when during the middle of the Bengal elections, the Honorable Prime Minister says, I am glad to see such large crowds, and then he calls a CM meet on COVID. What kind of hypocrisy is this? Stop all this. If you want consensus, you talk on hard facts, you talk and you answer people what the people of this country want to know. When will our brothers, sisters, our children above 18 will get their vaccines? When will the elderly will get their oxygen? When we will get remdesivir? And what is your agenda how to control the black fungus? This is not the time for motivational speeches and, patting people on the back.
Okay.
अगर आपको ग्राउंड का लोगों का ही जानकारी चाहिए चले जाइए ना. I'm telling you to. Tuhin is the spokesperson of BJP. Ask Tuhin to go to his nearest hospital in the waiting room, stand with a placard of I love PM Modi and see the magic unfold. He will get the feedback from the ground. What is happening? What is the need of all this drama?
One second. Let's not get into rhetoric. Okay, I want to go back to Tuhin Sinha. All right, sir, let me go back to Mr. Sinha. Mr. Sinha, the fact is... not the first chief minister who said that she was treated like a puppet. You've had Mr. Hemant Soren. Before that, you've had the Delhi chief minister who, when he spoke, he was said that why did you break, he was told that he broke protocol. We've had in the past Ashok Gehlot from Rajasthan also voicing concerns. We've had at times even Uddhav Thackeray voicing concerns. It's not just one chief minister.
Preeti, my only advice and suggestion to these CMs is to take a cue from Naveen Patnaik, a brilliant man who doesn't believe in Vasuli, who doesn't believe in publicity, but who quietly has been supplementing the centre's efforts without taking any credit. Do you realize that, all the oxygen supply, the bulk of it is coming from Orissa? Does he boast of it? So I think, these CMs need to behave in a little responsible way. Now, coming back to Mamta Banerjee, now, do you have a timeline in the last 1 week or 10 days? Wasn't Mamta Banerjee supposed to take a similar meeting with her DMs? Has she done that? No, she hasn't. Why? Because her focus has been intimidating the CBI. Her focus has been, presiding over the violence against BJP karyakartas, which the Honorable Governor of Bengal has personally verified. So her focus needs to be right instead of politicizing a very important path-breaking initiative. This meeting, mind you, was a very innovative way of devising ground-level approach directly and to, expedite our response for the villages. So instead of politicizing it, she should have been a little more sensible and responsible.
But why shouldn't? It cuts both ways, Tuhin Sinha. Before I go to Riju Datta, it cuts both ways. Why should it not be seen as a grudge match? Why should it not be seen that, okay, what happened in West Bengal, the TMC won, but I will call you to my meeting and I will not speak to you. I will humiliate you. Why should it not be seen like that?
It just reeks of a very obnoxiously exaggerated sense of self-importance. Now, if all the 6 CMs decide to do that, that would, just make the schedule of the meeting go haywire. Every CM knows that the Prime Minister is available to them on a call whenever they need. The Prime Minister personally has been calling Uddhav Thackeray, who has never been kind to the, to the centre. So, this rhetoric can take place
In
on
the
other
past,
places.
in the past, Uddhav Thackeray has gone on record to say, I kept trying to call the Prime Minister, he did not pick up the phone. I'm going to go now to Riju Datta, the TMC spokesperson. No, one second, sir. It's happened in the past. Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has gone on record to say, I tried reaching the Prime Minister, he did not pick up the phone. But I want to go to Riju Datta. The same question I asked Tuhin Sinha, I can ask you, Mr. Datta, and the question is, what is, is this a conflated sense of being that, okay, I was called there and I was not spoken to?
Absolutely. Is it not humiliating? Is it not insulting? Again, I will go to the basic crux of this entire fiasco that happened today. When the Prime Minister wanted to talk to the district magistrates, what is this protocol? What is this decorum that you are inviting chief ministers and not talking to them? Is it not that a chief minister of a state overtrumps a district magistrate of a single district of that particular state? Because all the district magistrates, they eventually report to the chief minister only. आप करोगे गलती, आप बुलाओगे मुख्यमंत्रियों को, फिर करोगे उनकी बेइज्जती। बुलाना क्यों था फिर? अगर आपको मन की बात करना था, मन की बात कर लेते, जिसको सुनना था वो सुनेगा, जिसको नहीं सुनना था नहीं सुनेगा। बट आप मुख्यमंत्रियों को बुला के बोल रहे हो, डीएम को आपने अच्छा किया, आपने अच्छा किया, आपने अच्छा किया, आपको बधाई हो। This is not the time for this. If you have called the chief ministers, let them speak, because they overtrump in seniority in the federal structure, in every structure possible over a district magistrate. And if you want to praise the people working on the ground, then go and praise them. And that is a different protocol, that is a different agenda altogether. Start with the Safai Walas then. Safai Walas, nurses, doctors, and then you move up the ladder to the chief minister if you want to go down that line. But when you have called the chief minister and they are sitting there and you are not going to them, then obviously you are insulting, humiliating.
Tuhin Sinha, please. Okay, Tuhin Sinha, please. Okay.
It is very clear.
Okay, you made your point. Tuhin Sinha, you want to come in? Please come in. Please come in. Make your point, sir.
I can only say that a secure, evolved CM would have absolutely no issue with the way things went today. It's only an insecure CM who has, no other way to hide her repeated failures, her repeated lack of focus towards the COVID situation.
But how many insecure CMs are there?
In such a manner.
Tuhin Sinha, how many insecure CMs? Hemant Soren insecure, Arvind Kejriwal insecure, Mamata Banerjee insecure.
Kejriwal's performance, his focus was on holding.
Yeah.
Went for oxygen audit, the entire oxygen issue got settled.
Make your point
So
quickly. Look at the
Do you know how insecure Mamata Banerjee is? Tuhin, Baba, do you know how insecure Mamata Banerjee is? Mamata Banerjee is so insecure that out of 294, she got 213 seats.
And yet she sits at the CBI office rather than at the...
That can't be the answer to every question.
CBI office and not performing her duty.
That cannot be the answer to every question, Mr. Riju Datta. That cannot be the answer to every question. Tuhin Sinha, make your point. Okay, can we go one by one? Can we please go one by one?
My point,
Okay,
if you really have to give the example of a responsible opposition CM, talk about Naveen Patnaik. Unfortunately, all of these people, whether it was a Jharkhand CM, you'd go and look at his performance on the ground to hide their failures as a concerted
Sir, Naveen Patnaik also, fortunately today, right. Okay. But Naveen Patnaik, fortunately to say, is also at the helm of a state which is not crumbling under the second wave. He does have that advantage, at least till now, and let's hope that
because
continues.
he has been responsible in the discharge of his duties.
Okay, at least. Sir, are you telling me Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister is irresponsible? That you're crumbling under the second wave of corona in Uttar Pradesh? Let's not get into responsible or irresponsible, because there are more states in India which are governed by BJP completely crumbling under the second wave. Let's not get into that. But appreciate you both. Okay. I appreciate you both for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Sinha. So what are you saying? Quickly make your point.
If you really want to get Uttar Pradesh CM over here, let me tell you that from a 20% TPR 1 month ago, the TPR of Uttar Pradesh today is the lowest at 3% because 3 lakh tests are being carried.
Let's not quote figures. Let's not quote figures right now. You and I best know what the import of the deaths in Uttar Pradesh is. I'm coming from there, I can vouch for it. But having said that, appreciate you both gentlemen for joining us. Thank you there. Up next is Rahul Kamal.